like an egg in a little yellow jumper. Hey guys, it's Emily, and today I'm going to be filming another tea chats video, but without the tea. So it's basically just a chatty video. This video is going to be talking all about my current university standings / what I'm up to at uni, because quite a lot of people often ask. I did one most recently which was kind of explaining the course so far, and I've now completed like 8 weeks of the course, so I thought I could do like another update. And also I thought this would be quite helpful if you were thinking of doing a foundation year, what my opinions on a foundation year as a foundation student are. So a foundation year is a further education year. It's paid for by the government, and I'm doing a foundation year in art and design, specifically design and media at the place I'm at. I'm at Ravensbourne in London, but I know you can also do foundation years in, I think, like mechanics and maths. So I know there are different things you can do foundation years for. I was talking about it with my friend Izzy the other day, but yeah, you can have a look at that if you're interested. But this is going to be specifically about art. A foundation year is basically another year of A-levels on top of your A-levels. So once you come out of your school or your sixth form or your college, you then do another year of further education. So you're not a higher education student, you're not classified as a degree student, it's the year before your degree but the year after your A-levels. Some people do a foundation year just because they're not sure whether they want to go into the art and design field. Lots of people do it so that maybe they're going to do a degree in like history of art, and that way if they do their foundation year they've got a year of like practical teaching as well. Like, it's a good year, and it's really good fun. Like, everyone is so much fun. I didn't think they'd all be so cool, but you meet so many quirky people. I haven't met one horrible person yet. All the tutors are so nice, they're so easy to approach, specifically where I am. I mean, I can't talk for everywhere, and it's just a really nice environment to be able to talk to people who specifically want to go in the same fields as you and being able to see what their work is like. But it just gives you a way of knowing how other people work and how you work, and you get to hear so many other industry links as well. Like, I was talking to one of the tutors and he was telling me that his best friend called Nicole Vizioli, who was a famous fashion photographer, I did a fashion photography course with 2 years ago, and I was like, that is so weird. You end up meeting quite a lot of like industry professionals, which is really cool. I've really enjoyed my course so far. I think I'm in week 8 of the course. Now, I've done all of the exploratory, oh, I can't speak. I finished the beginning half of the course, and that course kind of specifies you in learning many different subjects and many different techniques. So you do a week of each topic. So we did a week of fashion, a week of graphics, a week of 3D, a week of lens-based media. We did a week of each of the topics, and by the end of it you have to choose the one that you want to specialise in for the entire year. But even though it's quite fast-paced, you choosing, there's always one that kind of stands out. Everyone on my course found that there was one subject that they definitely wanted to look at in further, and ones that they definitely didn't want to pursue. I realised by the end of that period that there was no way on earth I was ever doing 3D or graphics again. Specifically graphics. I didn't get on with graphics, and I always thought like, oh, maybe I want to be a graphic designer. No, I don't. I just didn't enjoy the week, and actually it was really good in knowing what to rule out and what to decide on. So obviously I chose lens-based media. So after you've chosen your pathway, you then have a week where you're assessed. So you have a week off essentially, but you're given an hour. You are given a half an hour like interview slot where you have to go into uni and they assess all of your work and kind of like pass or fail you. Now, if they fail you, you are deferred. You're not like sent off the course, but you have another 2 or 3 weeks, I think, before you have to resubmit all of your work again, and then if you fail again you're off, but if you pass you stay. They give you a few chances to kind of redeem yourself. So I passed my assessment. That was actually really fun. Like, I really enjoyed the interview. The guy was really nice and we just chatted for ages. Like, I was with him for like 45-50 minutes, literally forever. We talked about all my work. So then after the next stage we were thrown back into the course again, and we had a week doing Black History Month and the Big Draw. Now, it's kind of celebrating drawing and the importance of drawing and art, which, I mean, for us as creatives is a massive thing because so many people don't appreciate what art is, and it's kind of spreading the word as to what art is, the importance of drawing, and why without it, I mean, nothing would exist. So we spent a whole week kind of researching into that, and we also spent a week researching Black History Month and creating little posters. At the end of that week, that was just like an extra week, and we were then put back into like our lens-based group. So obviously I chose lens-based media, as did the majority of my friends. There were only a few who didn't choose lens-based, but our group size is around 35-ish. There's not masses of us, but there's a good enough size that we can all like talk to the tutors, and it's a good group. Like, there's a lot of quirky people in our group. So from that group size, we're then like split into smaller groups for critiques. Now, we were given a 2-week project, which was the project title called The Anamorphic World, taking photos of film or an animation of something that you look at twice and you have to keep questioning. That's kind of the way I interpreted the brief. Everyone interpreted it slightly differently. I took 5 photos of a car that I found that was abandoned on the common, and did the whole like exploratory process of like making my way through the course of like the photos, going back and taking more photos, editing them, cropping them, editing them again, cropping them again, and deciding on my final 5. From them, I'm really happy. Like, I did all the work that I needed to do, and he even said like, this is like, you've kind of finished, like there's nothing else that really you need to go back and relook at, you've done all the research. And I was really happy to get such good feedback on it. I felt really proud of myself, not gonna lie, like I'd done so much work for it, and it did pay off, which was really nice. Our course runs, so when you come onto the like focus part of the course, so like now that I'm lens-based media, you get 3 days on, 2 days off, but the 2 days off are self-directed study days, so you still have to talk about what you did on that day, but the whole point of it is it's like a day for you to catch up on all your work and like do things. Really fast paced. I'd say if you're looking to do a foundation year, no one tells you just how much work and how much stress it's going to be. Like, although in A levels you're doing like 3 subjects and you're having to put a lot of work in, it's kind of like the work at A level, I feel, stops sometimes. Like, there's never masses and masses that keeps building up. You can keep on top of it more at A level, whereas foundation, because you're moving through processes so quickly, you have to keep on top of everything all the time. Like, there's never a day when you shouldn't be updating your blog. I have a blog that I write on for all my uni work. I'll leave it in the down bar if you are interested in reading my uni blog. I don't really know if you would be, but if you are, I'll leave it in the down bar. If you are definitely thinking of a foundation year, I really would advise you to do it, especially it's free. Like, the only thing you're paying for is your travel and your materials, and really materials wise they provide you with a lot of materials. Like, the only things I've really had to buy is they give you a small like equipment list, and it's just like making sure you have like paints and a scalpel. To be honest, it's all things you probably have if you are an art student anyway. It's a really good year, and it also makes you think much more focused on what you want to do in the future. Makes you sure that you want to do that specific thing, especially if you didn't touch on it at A level. Like me and my hatred for graphics. When I went to see Falmouth and I said that I was doing a foundation year, they were automatically quite impressed. Although foundation years are popular, not a massive amount of people do them, and because of that, it kind of puts you in a different position. They kind of think, oh, she's really interested, like she does really want to do this, because it's not just like oh, I'm quite interested in photography, think that's quite cool. You're already doing another year of it to prove that like you really enjoy that subject. The only downsides I would say of foundation is obviously the workload. No one really tells you just how intense it will be, but I don't mind. I've got used to it now. It was kind of in the beginning that I think all of us were kind of struggling, but now we're quite used to the way the course works, because obviously my uni is in London and I live in the suburbs of London, so it takes me around like an hour and 15 minutes to get up there every day. It's on a Tuesday evening. I don't finish uni till 8:30, which means I don't get home till gone 10 o'clock, and that's a really long commute. Like, it's not enjoyable at that time of night. And I'm really glad though that I did choose Ravensbourne over, I was also considering Epsom UCA. Epsom UCA, I think looking back, would have been far more fine arty than I would have wanted, whereas Ravensbourne has a far more focus on digital, and it has much more focus on like lens-based and 3D and graphics, and less painting. There's still drawing, so if you think you're doing foundation to get rid of drawing, nah, they make you draw all the time. I really hope this helped you guys if any of you are considering doing a foundation year, and if you are, give this a thumbs up and tell me if there's any other questions you have or would like me to answer in the comments. I'm happy to help. I mean, I've been doing this for like 8 weeks now, but by the end of the course I should have some like solid notes that I can tell you and kind of feedback that I can give you of the course. So if you are interested in hearing more, please do let me know, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!